Bachelor Nation fans, y'all, it is Mary
and Emma,
and today we are talking about a golden divorce.
Yeah,
I'm very shocked. I don't think I've ever heard. Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure this has ever happened in Bachelor Nation. People getting divorced so quickly. Like they were married for 3 months and now they're not together.
Yeah,
I'm so shocked. I think they were saying that it was due to her moving or something like that, and them being in different states.
Or maybe she decided not to move in with him after all.
I don't know. I think they were in different states. I'm not exactly sure what caused the breakup.
Yeah,
but I just thought the whole thing was very tragic.
I mean, I am not totally surprised. I mean, I am surprised it happened that quick, though.
That was very fast.
This Gerry is something. Now I knew.
Don't you know no goo? Don't you know no goo?
Now I knew that he was going to choose Theresa. I think from day one.
I remember you said that's
because she had this beautiful smile,
right?
And I felt like he was going to. She just had this really beautiful smile, and I felt like he was going to fall for that. There was the younger woman who was there, the youngest woman who was there. It was between her and that lady.
Right.
And he didn't choose that other woman. And I just feel as though he was maybe intimidated by this lady. He seems to me, this man, Gerry seems to me to be the kind of guy who likes to be the one to break up with a woman.
You think he wrote with her? She looked kind of stressed on that. She looked kind of stressed
with her. I don't know if she would. I don't think she would have broken up with him so quickly. You know, she will kind of. She's like the kind of person to me that seems to will have, written it out a little bit to see, like, let's work on it a little bit, like, be more patient with the process.
Yeah.
But he strikes. So I feel like he did break up this relationship. This is the guy who, in his past relationships, we found out that he will, like, tell a woman, like she cannot gain, even if it's 5 pounds or something. You know, he was that kind of person. He went 50-50 on everything. Like, this, I mean, for someone of his generation to be doing all of that just struck me as odd. You know, for me, anytime, and maybe it's not a good thing, but I'm always a little bit suspicious when a wife, because usually women, like, they stay alive longer than men, right? When the wife, like, passes on before the man and they were married and it was something like
a stress caused illness.
Well, yeah, I mean, we know that cancer also can be
cancer can come from stress.
It can also come from stress. I just feel like sometimes men like Gerry, like, they just really mess with a woman's, like, system just with their little antics.
Yeah.
I mean, he just seems to me to be one of those men that will just drive you nuts. You know, like, he likes to come out to be like the nice guy, but he's not really nice.
Oh, that nice.
Yeah. That's I mean, and he just seems to have, like, really set in his ways. He wants the women to go live where he lives, live in the same lake house that was him and his previous wife's dream.
I think it's very hard to do that when you're older. Like, when you're like, I think, like, 40 and above, maybe even, well, let me say 50 and above. 40, you're probably more inclined to move.
Yeah.
But when you're like 50 and above, you have grandkids, your children have moved off. Yeah. You're really more so about stability because, one, you're kind of by yourself. If you're single. You're not really trying to move.
And
you have people come home. You have your people coming to your house for, like, family gatherings and all that stuff.
That's true.
And then it's hard for you to move on your own. You don't really have that much help, and then you're also older, so you're also not as strong to be moving like that. So I mean, obviously your family's coming to help you, but it's not like they're not there to help you put stuff in the boxes and all that stuff. And
he has 3 daughters and stuff,
and then she also has family of her own,
and she's very close to her grandchildren as well.
And you know, as a woman, after you've gone through so much in life and now you're in your old age, like, when you get older as a woman, you kind of know what you want and what you don't want, and you're kind of like, you're less I don't know what to say. You're less
inclined
to bend.
Yeah.
You know, especially because you've been bending all your life. Because
Yeah.
women, we bend so much when we're younger.
Yeah.
You know,
they're both like widows or widowers.
Yeah.
Both of them,
so they are probably comfortable with being where they are.
Yeah.
So for you to expect her to pick up and move is crazy. I do think what the show needs to do is you need to have people come who are in the same state, so it's not so traumatic.
Easier for, especially something like the Golden
Bachelor, it has to be a must. It has
to
be a must. But like for the regular Bachelor, Bachelorette, I think it's fine to meet people in different states because I mean, young people, they love to travel and be out there.
It would be very interesting for me to see if he kind of picked up from the younger lady that he let go. I just wonder to myself.
But you know what I also am
thinking? The fact
thinking?
that he quickly... I mean, listen, I'm not trying to blame this man for his wife's whatever, but I'm just, for me, as an older woman, when I see stuff like that, I'm just like,
nurse.
You know, I will love to... It will be nice to hear, of course, we probably never will, but to hear from his previous wife's, you know, his wife that passed away.
Their family?
Like the best friend or something, like how was their relationship, like what did she really say?
Yeah.
You know. But anywho, you
just will
never know. But he just, I don't know, it was something about him that just did not sit right with me in terms of
your spirit didn't really...
This guy, like, trying to be this nice guy, and then when we found out how he was in other relationships, it's just like, yeah, I never thought that you were that nice of a guy.
You know what I always come to find in my life and in, you know, experience? I have come to find that the man who is always preaching that he's a nice guy, and he goes out of his way to say he's a nice guy, is usually the biggest a-hole around.
Yeah.
Remember Aaron from The Bachelor? Bachelor in Paradise? And he was with that girl Geneva. Like, you know, that one who was like tanned and like buff, like Genevieve and Aaron, and she was like always crying and they were breaking up.
Yeah,
and he kept on saying, "Man, I'm just a nice guy. I'm just a nice guy. I'm just a nice guy. I'm just a nice guy."
He wasn't nice?
No, he wasn't. Had her going all over the place, like had her all like gaslighting her, had her like mentally effed up, and it wasn't until the reunion that people started to see who he was.
Who he really was, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, even like with friendships where some people be like, "Oh, I'm a nice guy," and then they just end up being the worst people on the planet. And you know what it is? Because, you know, Satan used to be an angel. It's always those people that be trying to camouflage. And I'm not saying this man is Satan. I promise you I'm not. But I'm just saying you have to really be aware of people who be saying they're nice. And they keep on pounding in your head that they're a nice person. Why are you trying to prove to me you're so... Because my thing is, if you're really a good person, you ain't got to preach it. I'm just going to...
trumpets on your own.
Yeah, I'm just going to...
let someone else see that.
Well, I'm just going to see it. I won't have to hear it 20 damn times a day.
That's so true.
That's just so true. See it in your actions.
And I feel bad because she actually seems to be that really nice woman.
She just seems like a good woman.
Like a good person.
But you know what I think is really sad and shameful? People, you get married.
Yeah.
There's legal paperwork.
I know.
You have to plan a wedding.
I know.
You have to invite people. You have to get families involved.
But you see, he's cheap. He will want the Bachelor Nation to pay for his wedding.
No, right, but all of that, right? You have to go through the wedding. You have to go in through meeting family, meeting friends, like integrating your lives, having these conversations. To go through all of that wahala.
Yes.
Just for you to go and sign divorce papers.
Right.
Like so to go through all, and then so quickly because divorce is not easy. And we know women are mostly inclined to stay in relationships when it's past the expiration date. And we are also inclined to want to hang in there, especially at this ripe age of 60, 70, whatever their age was. I'm not sure.
I think she's in her 70. I think she's 70.
Right. Like at this ripe age, you want to get married just to get divorced. It had to be so bad that they had to get a divorce. Like there was no other choice.
I doubt if it was that bad.
You think so?
No.
You don't think it was that bad?
No.
She looked stressed, honey, on that interview.
And I'm
she
sure
looked mad
dragged
stressed.
her to come to that GMA interview. To come and sit there next to him.
Oh, God.
So that it can be great for their grandchildren and children. Yeah.
She looks broken to me.
I would have just let him be up there by himself, looking plumful. I'd be like, look, good riddance, Mr. Man. You go and do that on your own. I'll tell him I'm going to be there. Yes, I'll be there.
The fact that she even went with this fool to that GMA interview lets me know that she's a better person than him. Because if he was a good person, he would have just let her go. After you have broken my heart, don't make me sit down there and make it all wrap the breakup of the relationship in a nice cute little bow.
I know.
Like, just let me go. You have put me through hell. Mm-hmm. You don't want me no more. Just let me be at peace. I don't have to be in front of the camera while you fix your little lies.
Who is still trying to please others. She's still that kind of person too.
Tragic. But yeah, y'all.
What do you all think about the whole thing, and what have you all heard? But we might actually be totally off. Let us know. What and if any of you know more about him with his wife,
y'all let us know. But we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.